I'm Lynn. Nice to see you.
You can have a seat. Thank you. Okay, now before we get started, I want to let you know that everything that you're going to tell me today, it stays here, unless it's going to harm yourself or someone else.
Okay.
Okay, so what brings you here?
Well, I was widowed about 2 years ago. My husband died of, well, cancer. But he also had Alzheimer's. So, but when he died, my daughters said to each other, "What are we going to do with Mom?" And I just really wasn't in any place to make any decisions. I still can't believe he's gone. But anyway, so I have a daughter in New York, one in Colorado, and one here in Atlanta, and they said we should bring her to Atlanta. And so they moved me, they found an assisted living place for me, and it was fine, you know, but the food was awful, awful. And basically I was all by myself all the time because my daughter in Atlanta works, well, she doesn't work, but her husband works for a big company, and they do a lot of entertaining and traveling, and so it's almost like she has a job, even though she doesn't get paid for it, he does. So I never see her, and the other girls, you know, they haven't even been down. They didn't see the first place, and now I've moved over to an independent living that I found. So I'm just, I guess why I came in is, you know, for last Christmas I spent by myself. The girls all went out to Colorado, and I didn't go. And now I'm looking at the holidays coming up again, and I don't want to be alone. And I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
So it sounds like you feel left out, like your daughters are neglecting you.
I definitely feel left out. I mean, they can't even so much as pick up the phone. I mean, how hard is that? Hi, Mom, how are you?
Yeah, it sounds
It's like
disappointing.
they don't even care. They don't care. They don't care about me.
Are you sure they do care about you? It's just, have you even talked to them about the way you feel?
I can't talk to them. You know, whenever I talk to Jessica, I call her. She never calls me. And it just always gets uncomfortable, you know. I get mad at her, she gets mad at me. She says, "Oh, we can't just drop everything. She was in Italy last week, and now she's going to, I don't know where, somewhere." And she just doesn't have time for me. So when I talk to her, she just says, "You know, I'm really busy, Mom."
What about the other daughters? Can you describe your relationship with them?
Well, Lily in New York is, she's been really helpful. When Townie died, she did everything. She sorted through the apartment, she helped me get everything settled. She was so wonderful. But she has a lot of issues herself. She's going through a divorce, and she works all the time. She has a job where she works like 10 hours a day, and so I don't really want to call her too much and bother her. And she's better about calling and checking up on me, but I know she can't really, you know, take time off to come see me. And then Margie in Colorado, she has a job. She owns an art gallery, and she has 2 kids, and so she just has a very busy life. We stayed out, when Tammy got sick, we stayed out in Colorado, and her husband was really great about, supporting us and being there for us. But now that we're not there anymore, it's kind of out of sight, out of mind, and I never hear from them either. And I just, it makes me mad. It makes me really mad.
And the daughter that lives here, you want her to reach out more and communicate with you more, right?
Yeah, I would like to, I'd like to see her. I mean, she'll come over like for lunch for an hour and say, I've got to go, I have a meeting, or I have something else I have to do. It's like, obviously, she feels like the rest of her life is so much more important than me, and it just really pisses me off. Because, I mean, I spent, how old are they now? 50? I spent a lot of years raising those girls and taking my time to do whatever they needed. And now that the tables are turned, they don't care. They don't spend any time with me. I don't even think they ever think about me. I don't think they do.
Can we backtrack? You told me that your husband died. Did you feel like you ever got a chance to grieve? Because as soon as he died, you said that you had to move.
Yeah, I did. And, I don't know how you ever finish grieving. I just, he was everything to me. I mean, he was my life. When he was alive, it was okay that the girls had their own lives, because I had him.
Right.
And we just had a really great relationship. He was fun to be with, and we had lots of intellectual discussions, and we went out to eat a lot, and now my life is just me.
Right.
It is better in the new place, and I will say that. But I did that. I did that myself.
Okay.
The girls all said, Jessica called me and said, I just want you to know I don't support your moving to this new place. And I want to go on record. And this new place is so much better. The food is good, and there's people who are interesting and not just falling asleep in their wheelchairs. It's definitely better, but I don't know anybody. I want people who know my history.
Right. Could you explain your daily routine at the new place you're at?
Well, I mean, it's pretty solitary still. I have, so I get up in the morning. I usually just have breakfast in the apartment. I have I put my music on. Lily bought me a stereo that I can listen to my classical music CDs, and I do enjoy that. But then I just sort of, I read the paper. I like to keep up on current events. And for lunch, Jessica never calls. She's really busy. So usually I'll just go down to one of the dining rooms, and I'm okay eating by myself sometimes. But if there's somebody there who, is by themselves too, then I'll offer to say, do you want to just sit and have lunch together? And then in the afternoon, I actually, because my daughters aren't around, I've had to hire people to come in and take me to run my errands. So in the afternoons, I pay somebody to be my daughter, and we go shopping, or, sometimes I'll have my nails done or whatever. But then I'm back home by myself, and it just gets it's very lonely.
Have you ever thought about maybe the way you're feeling, maybe it hurts your daughters that they can't be there for you like they want to because because they have families and they have these other priorities, it probably hurts them too.
Yeah, I mean, I know they're busy with things, and I guess it's possible. I don't get the feeling from them that they care, that they want to be with me. I guess it's possible. I don't see, seems to me if you want to be with somebody, then you should think about them once in a while and maybe pick up the phone and call. But, I think for Christmas, they're probably all going back out to Colorado, and I'm going to just be here. I'm just going to be here. I haven't made enough friends that, I have somebody to spend Christmas with. I want to be with people who care about me, who know about me, who know Townie or who knew Townie. I want to be able to share some of that.
And what about the people that you do communicate with at the new home where you live in?
I mean, there are some who are kind of nice, but they don't know my history. But I guess I need to work on making more friends, and like I said, this place is definitely better, but I still feel like the family should be there for me. I was there for them. I feel like they should be there for me.
And you said when you talk to your daughter that lives here about it, it's a confrontation. It's always a confrontation.
Always. She's she's just very harsh. She's very harsh. And so, I don't know.
Wow, that sounds very disappointing. Okay, so from what you told me, your husband passed away, and your daughters wanted to figure out what to do with their mom, and they chose to move you to a new state and a new city, and the place where they put you before, you weren't comfortable, you didn't like the food,
No,
so you moved yourself, and you found a better place, and you like it, and you're interacting with people, but you really want to have that communication with your daughters.
Yeah.
You don't want them to leave you. They left you for the holidays last year. You don't want that to happen this year. But trying to communicate and tell them with one
It's
daughter
really
it's
hard.
confrontations, and then with the others it's only so much they can do, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to do for the next session, we're going to talk more about what you can do to maybe talk to them more about the way you feel, and we can also figure out ways to, interact with the people that you're living around. Okay?
That
Does that
sounds
sound
good. That
All
sounds
right.
good. Thank you.
You're welcome.